If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com, and of course you can use the code TVM at the checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video and yet another Team of the Week predictions. I went through a few of the possibles yesterday. Today we've got a full comprehensive list, and I tell you what, it's a bit of a weird one. There aren't that many high rated cards. There are a lot of Premier League players, as you would expect, because that's the only major league, quote-unquote, that's currently underway. And we have a fair few silvers, so don't be surprised to see a lot of silvers this week. Of course, kicking things off with Lubala, with 1 goal and 1 assist in a 4-0 win. And I'll do all the silvers in a row so that you don't have to wait for one to pop up like in a draft and be very disappointed when it does. Guthrie up next with 2 goals from the centre-back position in a 2-0 win. Obviously a clean sheet involved in there as well. Fraser, sticking with the Scottish theme but moving away from the SPFL. 1 goal and 2 assists, this time in a 4-2 win for Burton, of course. Again, you know, silvers, they're nice touches for sort of teams that don't often get cards, but they're not really going to be that usable. Lewington of MK Dons popping up with just man of the match. Didn't even get a clean sheet, didn't get a goal contribution, but you know, played well. Anderson, a gold just about, with a hat-trick in a 4-0 win for Swindon from the cam position. I'd love it if EA really boosted certain stats based on what they did in the game. So for a hat-trick, you'd think he'd be better off than 70 shooting. Same with Walker here, with 2 goals and 1 assist. You think maybe he could be given better passing because he got the assist, but you know full well EA won't do that sort of thing. 76 rated Walker there for Lincoln. Moving on to Godden of Coventry with a hat-trick in a 4-1 win. This time of year is the best year for the quote-unquote lower leagues to really get involved. So the English leagues in particular, this is the week you want to play well to get yourself an inform. Blackett up next for Reading with 2 assists in a 2-0 win from left-back. Technically speaking, a clean sheet as well. That should be enough from left-back, to be fair. I'd be surprised to not see him feature. Moving on to De Villa, not sure. He got 1 goal and 1 assist in a 3-1 win for Wellington Phoenix. This is our only Australian League representative of this week's Team of the Week predictions. He obviously been a cam. Of course, it was the old firm, Rangers against Celtic this past weekend, I should say. Barisic with 2 assists for Rangers, and of course they went on to win 2-1. Up next, we have Wellington with 2 goals and a Man of the Match award. The Turkish League was on this week. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a bit of a sort of hand-in-the-hat situation from EA. I think they're just going to pick some names out because there weren't really that many great performances. A couple of Belgian League games on as well, with Okereke with 2 goals in a 4-0 win for Club Brugge. Looks like an incredibly fast player, but apart from that, it doesn't have an awful lot else going for him. But Club Brugge fans, fill your boots. Former Liverpool man Daniel Ayala with 1 goal and a clean sheet in a 2-0 win for Middlesbrough. Some of these informs, by the way, it's going to seem a bit weird because maybe I've said that they've got an inform and then in the next instance I'm talking about a player who has been awarded an inform or in contention for an inform against that team. It's because obviously there's been 2 sets of games on this week for all of the English clubs. Up next, a blast from the past, Marco Sau with a hat-trick in a 4-0 win. I don't think he's going to be a striker though, unfortunately. I think he'll go down as a left wing. I'm being lazy here and I've not changed it because I forgot and then I remembered and I couldn't be bothered. So I think it's going to be a left wing, but nonetheless, probably going to be a decent card to pick up just for nostalgia. Sorloth, I think he used to play for Crystal Palace at some point, didn't he? Was it like 2 seasons ago? 2 goals and 1 assist in a 6-2 win in the Turkish League. It's a shame that Daniel Sturridge hasn't been added to the game because he could have been up for one. Our first goalkeeper this week is Samba of Nottingham Forest. He's saved a penalty and kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win there. Not that many goalkeepers knocking about the place, unfortunately, so it's going to be slim pickings if you are up for a goalkeeper. Hutchinson with a hat-trick of assists and a 1 goal for him in a 4-1 win, so literally a goal contribution for every goal that they scored. Fair play to him. That is pretty impressive. Unfortunately, what's not impressive is, well, the card. Sidibe up next with 1 assist in a 1-0 win, and stuff like this might be enough for an inform this week. In fact, there's a player in here that I think did absolutely nothing. I may have mentioned him already. I think it was a left back. Literally did nothing. Got man of the match and that's it. But Sidibe hasn't done that well this season, well, not of Everton in general really, but an assist might very well be enough. Quite a few Premier League players to mention now. In fact, every single player from now to the end of the video is a Premier League player. Not my fault, don't shoot the messenger. Aaron Moy, 1 goal, 2-0 win for Brighton. Who remembers back in his Huddersfield days when this guy just couldn't stop getting informs? I think he had 2 informs in like 3 or 4 weeks or something stupid like that. But yeah, getting back on track. It doesn't look great, but get in there. Up next is Cedric or Suarez, whichever way you want to look at it. He got a man of the match, a clean sheet in a 2-0 win over Chelsea. This is the one, actually. I was just mentioning that player. He basically did nothing in terms of goal contribution or, last man tackle, clearance off the line, that sort of thing. But Southampton beat Chelsea. No one expected it. Then Chelsea went on to beat Arsenal. There is a player from Chelsea within this week's Team of the Week, but don't be surprised to see the right back feature in this week's Team of the Week. Moving on to Traore, this guy's he's bound to get a January upgrade, and I cannot wait to see what EA do to the card, because his attacking game has come on leaps and bounds. He just used to be this really pacey, strong player in the Championship who used to run through people for fun. Came to the Premier League, it didn't really do anything for him, and then all of a sudden, last, I would say, month or two, he's really come into his own and he's dangerous. Of course, they played Liverpool today, but he was a little bit fatigued. He came on as a sub and didn't do an awful lot, but I was worried. Capoue could be in for an inform with 1 assist. It's not a lot, and of course Traore, I didn't even mention, 1 goal, 1 assist, because they beat Man City, of course. But Capoue with 1 assist, it might not be enough, but then again it might be, because there aren't that many high rated players. I mean, we're into the final 4 players now after Capoue, and I'm only on an 83 rated card, so that's the problem we're going to have this week, just not a lot of high rated players. So I think EA may just pull them out of their backside, much like Grealish. Again, much like Capoue, 1 assist in a 1-0 win. I mean, every point Villa pick up, or every win, I should say, Villa pick up is a big 3 points, because obviously they were always going to be involved in that sort of relegation tussle down the bottom. So it essentially is that 1 assist as good as a goal, you could argue, and that would be a second inform and a central Grealish card, which looks quite decent. Anthony Martial for a striker position change with 2 goals in a 4-1 win, of course, against Newcastle United. They went a goal down in that game as well. Not that that's got any relevancy whatsoever, but I remembered it happened, so I thought I'd mention it. That being said, how many of you in the comments, by the show of, comments, would be interested in packing this 85 rated striker Martial card? I don't know whether it would be good enough at the moment, like maybe as a winger possibly, but as a central card there are a lot of options out there for just players in general. I don't know how many teams it would fit into. Moving on from Manchester United to Liverpool now, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's picked up man of the match 2 games running, once against Leicester and of course second time against Wolves in today's game. The inform would technically be given for the Leicester game, though. 1 goal and 2 assists in that 4-0 win. Just playing some unbelievable football at the moment, Trent Alexander-Arnold. One of, if not the best right back in the world. And if you don't agree that he is the best right back, tell me who you think is in the comments. And finally, I can't believe I'm saying this, Jorginho. This is going to be one of the most controversial players at the moment, because he arguably should have been sent off, and then he went on to score a goal. So, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think EA won't care about that, of course, because EA won't even know that's happened, because they don't watch football. So he's got 1 goal in that 2-1 win over Arsenal, who of course were leading to like the 83rd minute. So if it's not him, they can't give it to Willian because he's already in form this week. Although it would be a position change, but no, he can't be an inform again. So if it's not him, it's going to be Mason Mount or Tammy Abraham. And realistically, I can't see Tammy Abraham getting an inform for 1 goal. Mason Mount could get an inform, but I just don't really see it happening. So that's why I went with Jorginho. And again, it's the highest rated card I could find. But yeah, I don't know. That's going to do it for this week's Team of the Week predictions. Yeah, I know, right? That is probably one of the most underwhelming Team of the Week predictions I think I've ever seen. There are a couple of decent cards in there. You've got your Martial, Trent, which would be useful for me personally, and Adama Traore, who would be very exciting to use. Apart from that, though, maybe Marco Sau for nostalgia, but that's it. It's a dead Team of the Week. If you played on in Weekend League, then unfortunately the best you can hope for is probably Adama Traore's 83 rated right wing. I swear down, if EA give this guy a right back, even though he played right wing, didn't he get an inform? I think the last time Wolves played Man City, he got an inform, and he played as a striker and they gave him a right wing back. If they do that again, I'm going to be absolutely livid. But expect a 3 o'clock Wednesday video if they do that, for damn sure. That's going to do it for today though. If you agree or disagree with anything, then feel free to leave it in the comments. If you have enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for you, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.